passionate as a community advocate, having served 5 terms on Red Deer City Council. During this time, Lorna represented the City of Red Deer's opposition to the diversion of water from the Red Deer River to a mega commercial venture in southern Alberta. Lorna has also demonstrated invaluable leadership skills and community service through her involvement in the Downtown Business Association, the Centerfest Street Performers Festival, the Environmental Advisory Board, and Municipal Planning Committee, the Red Deer Symphony Orchestra Board, and 2 years as chair of the Piper Creek Foundation. Please join me in welcoming our next MLA for Red Deer South, Lorna Watkinson.
Did he have notes? That was very good. How can I follow such a guy? Anyway, thank you all for coming. But I want to first, before I start, is just to acknowledge the executive, Priscilla, who is president of this, president of NDP, which includes provincial and federal.
Correct.
That's correct, and of course she's our moderator tonight. Karen is at the desk, who is a secretary, and I know Derek and I would, Derek would join me in thanking Stephen, where he is. He's a very sneaky man. He's very, very sneaky. I thought he was really concerned about Centerfest, but he had ulterior motives. To the past volunteers of the last election, thank you so much. You know, you're strong, continual soldiers you are. And for those who have signed up, thank you. I look forward to working with you in the future, and perhaps it will be a very close future. Have I missed anybody, Stephen?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Okay, all right. And I know they're going to hate this, and their heads are going to fall down, but I have to say this. I have to thank my family. You know, no, there's absolutely no way a politician can run if they don't have the support at home. So to Dennis and Joel, thanks a bunch. As Dennis said, what the hell, it's another 15 years. I was happy that my sister from Calgary has come up, Sheila, and I have family that support me, and so I'm happy that Sheila's here this evening as well. And it's very special that you're here, Rachel. You are one busy person, and it's good to see that you did not play hooky these past 2 days. It's a hard work. Thank you for attending, and I am very pleased, as Derek has said, and I include Derek with this, that you are here to give your stamp of approval as candidates for Red Deer North and South. Now, I've been asked several times over the years to run for the NDP. I believe the first time was in my early teaching days. I was very involved with the Alberta Teachers Association in their negotiations, and before that with the Saskatchewan Teachers Federation. We have a history of NDP in our family. Our father was a staunch supporter. He was a United Church minister, and during the heady days of Medicare in the 60s, he preached from the pulpit the virtues, the values of Medicare. It wasn't a popular time. This past week, I have made several phone calls encouraging folk to attend tonight, and I was astonished at their stories, their history with the NDP. There are other stories of folks whose grandparents, parents have been and still are faithful members of the party, and their children are sitting on the fence wondering where they really belong. Our provincial NDP leader, Brian Mason, said it so well, quote, "The NDP is on the right side of issues that the people of Alberta are concerned about." End of quote. We all feel that orange surf washing over our country and our province. A new age of voters are being swept up, and you have all been made aware of it with Derek of the North, I like to call him, of his enthusiasm and spontaneity. We should bottle it. Ladies and gentlemen, I will do a good job as your MLA for Red Deer South. I have many years of community services including my years on City Council. I have lived in Red Deer since 1973. I know this city well. I was a teacher in this community for several years. I now own and operate a small retail business in downtown Red Deer. I have a broad view of our city. I have served on boards and committees from environmental, finance, family, community social services. I chaired the Piper Creek Foundation, a board overseeing affordable housing for seniors. I have and still I am on the Downtown Business Association, municipal planning, and I know what it's like to be at the table when there are issues that are very contentious. There are other issues I'd like to highlight tonight. I will mention 4. Guaranteed funding for education. Guaranteed funding for health care.
Here, here.
Guaranteed funding for municipalities. The environment is also one of my enormous passions, and I cheered when Brian Mason laid out the vision for the NDP and said that water is a need, not a for-profit commodity. He also said that we need fair taxes for all, reasonable royalties, clean up the environment, and no private health care. Our province has elected the same party for 4 decades. Too many decisions are made behind closed doors. Our legislature has a low track record for sitting days debating publicly what they should be debating. They should be debating important decisions right in front of us. An open, transparent, and working government is what our province wants and deserves. A popular CBC pundit said, despite the NDP's small numbers, the Alberta NDP has long been the real opposition in the Alberta legislature. Often the only effective opposition coming from the prospect of most Canadians, or most Albertans, I should say. I'm excited with the prospect of this party and the principles it stands for, and I feel honored and privileged to carry the NDP banner for Red Deer South. Thank you.